Good morning, North Schuylkill.
This is In the News. I'm Liam Wolf.
And I'm Callie Antalosky. The halls have been buzzing with talks of Spirit Week. Beginning Monday, we will be celebrating a series of themed days in preparation for next weekend's homecoming festivities.
The schedule is as followed. Monday will be Idol Day, Tuesday will be Decade Day, Wednesday, Team Day, Thursday, Opposite Day, and we will cap off our week on Friday with our annual Spirit Day.
If you're having trouble thinking of ideas for outfits that won't land you an ISS for dress code violation, check out our next segment. Field reporter Kaylee Quick will elaborate on the expectations for each day.
Spirit Week starts on Monday, and we strongly encourage all students to participate, but there are some guidelines that have to be followed. On no days are you permitted to wear hoodies with writing or front pockets, even if it matches the theme. Even though sweatpants were worn last year, they are not permitted at all this year. Hats are not permitted under any circumstance, whether they are fun or crazy and match the theme. You are not allowed to wear them. Even though today you can wear jeans, you are not allowed to wear jeans unless specifically notified by administration for the rest of the week. T-shirts are permitted on certain days, but there has to be a clear connection with the theme. Bob would probably have a lot of difficulty trying to connect this to any of our days. While we're on the topic of T-shirts, you must wear a school-appropriate shirt that reaches the baseline of the neck, and V-necks are not permitted. We want you to have fun with the days, but on opposite day, you are not allowed to dress in the opposite gender's clothing. Have fun, be creative, follow the rules, and don't be a Bobby. Back to you, Callie and Liam.
Some teachers are 212ing their daily lessons by developing interesting and entertaining activities to teach students about the content. Some are even taking advantage of the beautiful fall weather by moving their classes outside. Earlier this week, Mrs. Briggs and her honors geometry classes took to the stadium to conduct a math activity she calls Zipline Barbie.
Okay? So here, when you do the 3 plus 4 is 7, you don't need the parentheses around that anymore. 7 squared is 49, and then 74, and now at this point we would need a calculator to get a decimal.
I decided to do Barbie Zipline as a reinforcement of the distance formula that we were studying in geometry. So what we did is I gave students the initial starting point. The top of the bleachers was the point 030, and they had to determine a zip line design that would give Barbie a fun and safe zip line experience. And they had to then use the distance formula to figure out their zip line length that they would use. And then when we went out to the stadium, we actually rigged up a zip line and sent Barbie on her way. And what was interesting is that only 4 of the 11 groups were able to have a successful zipline experience. So that really created some good conversations in class when we were wrapping it all up about how we could have designed the experiment a little better and what parameters we could have changed.
Student Council recently inducted 10 new members during an in-school ceremony. Following the event, students were treated to a delicious breakfast buffet courtesy of our very own cafeteria staff. And now for this week's sports analysis, Brielle Frosch.
The 26th Annual Powder Puff Classic will kick off next Wednesday on the football field. Take advantage of the opportunity to come and see some of our student female athletes showing their gridiron grit. Let's check in with this year's coaches to see what they have in store for the big game. What is your plan for Wednesday night?
Our plan is to get the senior girls their first win of the Powder Puff and to also start the freshman team on a win to start their legacy in the Powder Puff games.
What is your game plan? Are you more offensive, more defensive? Give me some idea.
We're more offensive because we just need to run the ball and pass the ball and get a lot of touchdowns so we can win the game.
Are there any key players that you can name for me from your offense?
From the offense, we're going to try to use everybody on the squad, freshmen and seniors, but the star key outs would be Tiffany Lepotsky on the receiving end and Skylar Osmond, which should be our QB this year.
Okay, how about defensive?
We got Abby Poleshchak on the line, Kelly Damner on the line, Raquel Amato going at linebacker, and TIF, and we have more freshmen going for corners, backs, and free safeties.
What are your expectations for Wednesday night?
My expectation is a win. I mean, we've been working hard, doing a lot of stuff. Try to get the W. Hard work pays off, you know.
What is your game plan, offensively and defensively?
Offensively, we're spreading the ball out, trying to get it out to the sides, east and west, to get it north and south, and score a lot of points, you know. And defensively, playing two high safeties, you know, trying to stop the aerial attack. Not really worried about the run that much because they can't run.
So who are some of your key offensive players?
Offensively, we're looking heavily towards Haley Guerrero, Avery Jordan, Rebecca May in the mix. You know, a few more sophomores doing good, and juniors.
So how about key defensive players?
Again, Haley Guerrero and Avery Jordan, they're doing a good job. You know, try to get a few others in the mix. They're all doing pretty good, but, you know, they're all stars in my eyes.
Our very own Callie Antalosky filmed a segment about the district-wide campaign against hunger in Schuylkill County. The annual Feed a Friend canned food drive begins this week. Let's check out some details.
Hello, my name is Abby Pleshtok, and I'm here with In the News. Joining me today is Callie Antalosky, the president of Student Council. Callie, what organization does Student Council work with for their annual Feed a Friend project?
We work very closely with the Salvation Army in Pottsville in order to collect and distribute the cans.
How long has Student Council been supporting this cause, and who benefits from it?
We've been supporting this cause for approximately 25 years, and people in our county can sign up with the Salvation Army to get meals for Thanksgiving and Christmas, so it's usually people in this area.
If students are unsure of what to donate, what should they be able to donate?
We accept a lot of non-perishable foods like cereal, canned items, box items, really anything like that. And if you could go with the theme of Thanksgiving, that would be great too, because a lot of families can't afford to put that on the table around that time. The kickoff for donations starts at Powder Puff, and it will go into the second week of November. A food donation box will be set up somewhere in the school, and a cash donation receptacle in the main office.
Don't forget, the Powder Puff game is September 30th, and please donate graciously.
You've probably noticed some changes around the building this year, especially in the science wing. 3 new teachers now call the 600 Hall their home. In order to get to know them more, we asked them some questions.
Hello, this is Alex Mazer with In the News. I'm here with our new science teacher, Miss Bretz. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I would love to. I'm currently teaching genetics, biology, and environmental science. Outside of school, I love fishing. I'm big into fishing, hiking, everything outdoors. I love science, as most of you guys know already.
What do you love most about science?
I really can't just pick one thing. I love everything about science. There's so many aspects and there's so many different subjects. I love it all.
So, what exactly inspired you to become a science teacher?
First thing that inspired me was my junior year of high school in my environmental science class. The teacher was amazing. We got to go outside all the time. We had so much fun. And the final deciding factor was my senior year in physics class, where we got to go outside and shoot water balloons at tractor trailers on 309. Science is pretty awesome.
You heard it here first, North Schuylkill. Science is pretty awesome.
What made you want to come to North Schuylkill?
Well, I'd worked for Shamokin Area School District for about 2 years up at Northwestern Academy. Some of you know where that is. And I just decided that it was time to make a change, and North Schuylkill seemed like the place to go.
What is your favorite part about North Schuylkill?
So far, everybody that I've talked to has been great. All the other teachers have been great. The administration's been great. And all of my classes are a plus from where I used to teach. So the students have been great. Even my biggest class isn't too bad.
So, what do you love most about science?
Oh, a little bit of everything. I've loved science since I was little, and it really didn't matter what kind of science it was. But the earth sciences really always kind of stuck with me. Probably meteorology is one of my more favorites.
Why did you come to North Schuylkill?
Well, thank you very much, Jaden. I came to North Schuylkill because there was a great opportunity here to get into science. My background's in math, and I decided to do a little career change, and North Schuylkill had the opportunity. I grew up in the area, so I applied and gave it a shot, and I'm very glad to be here.
Where did you attend college?
I am a 1995 graduate of Penn State for my bachelor's and my master's degree in 1999 from Wilkes University.
Why do you like science so much?
Okay, science, because my background is actually in mathematics, science is the practical application of a lot of mathematics. So it's very exciting to finally answer some of those questions of when are we ever going to use this stuff, and science is the perfect vehicle for that.
Do you have any hobbies outside of school?
Actually, I do. I like music, I like sports, I like to lounge around and read books and watch TV too, but those are my big two, probably music and sports.
Tomorrow afternoon, the NS Marching Band will be competing at 6 p.m. right here in the Spartan Stadium. This will include a dozen coordinated performances by a variety of local schools.
I'm Liam Wolf.
And I'm Callie Antalosky. Have a great Friday.
212 at North Schuylkill.